If you're ready for a little more magic, a mood lift, or a sign from the universe, you're in the right place. This is the Crystal Bar podcast, where crystals, cosmic energy, and intuition flow freely. I'm Claire, and sometimes it's just me, sometimes we explore with guests, but it's always real, always aligned, and I truly believe you are here for a reason. So, shall we begin? Hello, my loves. I have to start off with a huge apology because I know this episode is a little bit late, but honestly, I thought today was Tuesday. You know, when you've just had one of those days, or a really, really good few days, I should say, but you've just completely lost track of which day of the week it is. Well, I've been in my own little bubble doing lots of planning, creating and behind the scenes work. And my brain just decided that today was just Tuesday. So I don't know even what day I thought yesterday was. A few of you actually have reached out, and I have to say a huge thank you for doing so, asking where the podcast is. And I am so sorry. Truly, I am. The script was sat on the side. I printed out and I made some extra notes and I scribbled stuff out last night. So I knew it was imminent. But yeah, Tuesday mode was activated. In fact, over 700 of you, I've just checked, over 700 of you have seen this morning's story where I share my post of the day, the message of the day. And even that says Tuesday. And not one of you saw it. So even you've just skipped through it. Or you've read it and thought you were in Tuesday as well. So if I have given you Tuesday mode, I do apologise. Oh my gosh, though. Oh my gosh. I have literally must have been living in some kind of cosmic time warp. However, now I'm getting a delivery. No, they've gone past. Wait for the dogs to bark. Anyway, speaking of living in another world, oh my gosh, what a lovely weekend we had. My husband Stuart and I, we went off for a little wander around the RSPB reserve, camera in hand, snapping the flowers and the trees, giving the trees a nice cuddle, putting my hand on the trees, encouraging Stuart to do the same, and he felt it. He felt his energy ground, which was so lovely. Honestly, it was bliss. And I had my first recognition out in the wild. A lovely lady was walking past with her family, Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. And she was like, "Claire?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, oh my gosh, I listened to your podcast and I follow you on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. It was so nice to see you and meet you, Gina. I have to say, it was really, really lovely. And apparently she also saw me videoing the video that I shared on my socials at the weekend. And in fact, I had a small audience. I was trying to talk really quiet, but it was honestly so peaceful there. And it was 2.5 minutes. And no sooner as I started, groups of people were around the pond and they all turned to watch me. So they probably thought, who's this prima donna videoing herself here in this lovely, tranquil garden? So yeah, that was quite interesting, but it was so nice to connect with Jeanette and really, it was just lovely, to be honest. However, I have to just say that the whole point of going to the RSPB as well was to just reconnect with nature. I feel a strong urge. I don't know if you remember the last new moon, we went off to the Jordan's Mill and to the Swiss Gardens. Well, we were planning to go again to the Swiss Gardens at the weekend, but we just had a change of mind at the last minute. And I'm really glad we did because it was just perfect, absolutely lovely. So yeah, talking of grounding energy and nature, this actually brings us perfectly into today's topic because this is about the new moon in Virgo and the official shift into Virgo season itself, which is all about being at one with nature, slowing down, breathing it all in and just taking your foot off the gas really after a wild Leo season. So as I just alluded to, the new moon in Virgo is peaking on the 22nd or the 23rd of August, depending where you are in the world. Here in the UK, it's on the 23rd at 7:06 a.m. and I think it works out as being the 22nd just before midnight in LA. So do check your own time zone. But as if by magic, as if the cosmic timing honestly couldn't be any more perfect, honestly, it's amazing. Virgo season also begins on the 22nd, which is wild. So we've actually got a double dose of Virgo energy to kick off a brand new lunar cycle. But what does that actually mean for us? Well, Virgo is an earth sign. It means nature, grounding, clarity. But it's also a sign of order, routines, and healing. And its earthy, practical, detail-loving energy is so deeply connected to service, health, purity, intention. When we step into this season, it's almost like the universe is gently tapping us on the shoulder and saying, let's get things together, okay? Let's clear all this clutter. Let's refine, simplify, and focus. Now, the new moon in Virgo is your cosmic refresh. It is a real amazing fresh start to set those intentions around health, around daily rituals, organisation, and self-improvement. So if Leo season was all about the fun, the fire, and expression, Virgo season's actually saying, okay, let's put some structure around those dreams so they can actually happen. But remember, it's not about perfection because that will just drive you crackers. It's about small, intentional steps that bring real transformation. So, of course, I have my 5 favourite crystals to give you. The first being that beautiful aquamarine Amazonite. Amazonite is really good because it's really good for clear communication with yourself and others. And that's followed on by moss agate because as well as being very calming, it's really grounding, healing, and it makes it perfect for reconnecting with nature. You've also got fluorite, which is clarity, focus, and the ultimate Virgo brain crystal, which is probably why I thought it was Tuesday, not Wednesday, because my fluorite bracelet is on charge on selenite after all of the work I've been doing. So I'm going to blame the fluorite. We've also got smoky quartz to release what's weighing you down so you can start fresh. And then we've got green aventurine, which is the stone of growth, new beginnings, fresh energy, luck, transformation. They're just perfect, really. So grab your favourites ready, my lovelies. And then with that being said, I have actually penned a very simple new moon ritual. So what I'm going to ask you to do is clear your space, light some incense, sage or Palo Santo and just waft it about that space to clear any stagnant energy. Make sure you open the window for that smoke to leave. Then sit quietly with your chosen crystal in hand. And I'm going to say fluorite again because it's amazing for this. And then journal 3 intentions that focus either on practical shifts like committing to daily movement, it could be decluttering your workspace, or even starting a morning ritual. And then you want to speak them aloud because Virgo energy loves clear words and precise direction. And place your crystal on top of your journal overnight to seal your intentions with all of that energy, okay? However, of course, I'm learning astrology at the moment and I had to consult the charts and give you your own crystal for Virgo season, which will take you to the end of September. In fact, that's a lie, about the 21st, 22nd of September, okay? So are you sitting comfortably? I shall begin. Okay, Aries, we've got red jasper for you. This is going to help you slow down, focus, and follow through instead of rushing, okay? And this also supports steady progress. Taurus, chrysoprase, encourages flexibility because Virgo season can actually make things feel very rigid and it will open the heart to joy while staying grounded. Gemini, your blue kyanite, because this is going to cut through mental clutter and align scattered thoughts, which is amazing for focus and clear communication for you this season. Cancer, ocean jasper. This is going to soothe any emotional waves you're feeling and bring structure to self-care and routines. It's perfect for balancing work and home life. Leo, we're going to keep the firework going. We're going to give you some pyrite. This is not only going to help keep that flame going, it's going to boost your confidence and practicality, which makes it great for money matters and grounding fiery Leo energy into real solid plans. Virgo, it's your moon, it's your season. I'm going to give you green apophyllite. This is going to heighten clarity and spiritual insight whilst actually easing any overthinking. It's a very rare but beautiful crystal for Virgo balance. Libra, let's go with lepidolite for you. It gently relieves any stress, encourages balance and helps with decision making. So Libra doesn't sit on the fence, okay? It needs to balance that energy just to ensure that you work at your highest power. Scorpio, I'm going to give you bloodstone. It's going to bring you courage, strength and grounded determination. Excellent for getting through Virgo's push for transformation. Sagittarius, labradorite, my loves, protects your energy whilst helping you commit to new studies or travel plans and adds some magic to Virgo's structure. Capricorn, let's swing along with sardonyx. It strengthens discipline and focus, whilst also encouraging optimism, which makes it perfect for Capricorn's practical goals this month. Aquarius, I'm going to give you some shungite because this is going to protect from overwhelm and tech drain, grounding your energy, your busy mind into calm clarity. Then finally, Pisces, let's go with some celestite. It's going to bring you peace, calm, and divine guidance, which is perfect for Pisces navigating Virgo's sometimes overwhelming details. Now, I have had a really lovely question asked to me this week, asking, how do I know if my pendulum is saying yes or no, and how do I actually use it? Well, I do have a very simple guide, which I wrote 6 years ago. It's on the Crystal Bar website under the free Knowledge Hub if you want it. But let's get comfortable with our pendulums. Grab your pendulum, my loves. And then what you need to do is just relax, okay? Shake out all that energy and then hold your pendulum by the chain at the very top. Just let it dangle along. Keep your elbow on the table so it's nice and still. And then ask it to show you a yes. And then wait and see the natural swing. It might even go back and forth or in a circle. And then ask it to show you a no. And you'll see it move in different directions. Now, that is your pendulum's language. If by doing this it doesn't work, ask it very clear, simple questions, okay? Like, what is your name? Where do you live? Things that are very prominent and there's no clouding over or grey, urgent, whatever. Don't use your nickname. Don't use a shorter name. Use your full given name, okay? Now, everyone's pendulum can behave slightly differently, so it's about building the relationship with it. The key is to stay relaxed, grounded, and clear in your questions. As I said, start with very simple yes-no questions where you already know the answer to build some trust with your movement. And just remember, your pendulum works by amplifying your own intuition and energy, okay? So make notes, okay? Which way is it swinging? For me, it goes back and forth for no, yes, and then goes back and forth for no and swings in a circle for yes. Doesn't really matter what direction, it's just a full circle or it's back and forth. So just have fun with it, play with it, try it in at different times of the month with the moon cycles, see when it's stronger, and learn your pendulum's language before relying on it too heavily, okay? Now, while we're talking about fresh starts, this is the perfect moment to begin something powerful. Here comes the shameless plug, and I am so excited to share that my brand new course, the Certified Practitioner in Manifestation Mastery, is now live. Now, this course is all about going beyond fluffy manifestation tips, and we dive into the laws of the universe, subconscious blocks, self-worth, karmic patterns, and practical tools to align with the life you truly want. Now, this isn't how to teach others. However, you can take these skills forward if you want to become a teacher of manifestation and build on it, because your experiences will grow with the energy and the knowledge that you gain. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, there's no better energy than this new moon in Virgo to start, because Virgo thrives on structure, accountability, putting the work behind the dream. So if you've been waiting for a sign to invest in yourself and your future, this is it. The academic year starts August, September, mostly September in the UK, but I know Scotland's August, I know in the US it's August. So this time of year is great for starting something new and opening a new chapter on your knowledge seeking. You can find all the details at thecrystalbar.academy. So it's www.thecrystalbar.academy. It's available around the world. It's available at your own pace. You can come back to it in a year and still carry on the course. There's no time frame, and you can revisit all of the details in the course at any time you need it, at any point in your spiritual life. So, my loves, as we step into Virgo season, I can only apologise for the lack of consistency on my part. I can't believe I thought it was Tuesday. What the is going on? Clearly, Virgo season's going to be very welcome here. But yeah, as we step into the Virgo season and this gorgeous new moon energy, just take a big moment to ask yourself, what's the small change that could make the biggest difference in my life? And just start there. Because Virgo reminds us that transformation isn't about the grand gestures. It's about the tiny little shifts that stack up into something extraordinary. So with that being said, my lovely souls, thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience and with my little Lost Tuesday moment. And thank you for always bringing your beautiful energy into this space. But until next time, keep shining, keep grounding, and keep trusting your magic. And remember, the right crystal will always find you. Before you go, I have a very special discount code for you, especially for those of you who love buying crystals. So, the code is podcastcrystal. If you use this at checkout at thecrystalbar.co.uk, you will get a very secret discount. And yes, it is a secret because I changed the value of the code throughout the year. So who knows what discount you will receive. But I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I hope you found it beneficial. And if you have, I'd be really grateful if you could just leave a comment, leave a review, and of course, if you have a friend who loves crystals just like us, please do share it with them. Sending you love, sending you light. Have a great week because honestly, my lovelies, you really do deserve it. And as I said earlier, remember, the right crystal will always find you.